Kim Kardashian's attempts to destroy Brandy's family. It looks like another celebrity has slammed Kim Kardashian for her unacceptable behavior. Everyone knew the history of Kim and Ray J and how their infamous tape set the motion for Kim to rise in fame. But not many people knew that Kim worked as an assistant and stylist to Ray J's sister, Brandy. However, with Brandy's major contribution to her career, Kim was accused of ruining Brandy's family. No one could believe that Kim had called Whitney Houston an old hag. Whitney was Brandy's idol and mentor, and she would not let anyone trash talk her. Apparently, Kim's careless words were the reason Brandy was in the hospital and Ray J had planned to end his life. What did Kim do this time? Was she trying to step on more people just to intensify her already soaring career? News broke out that Brandy was hospitalized, and the reason was because of an old voicemail of Kim disrespecting Whitney Houston. Kim was also in a public feud with her brother, and now Brandy is under a lot of stress. It wasn't right that Kim was still involved in their lives up to now and was only bringing more problems and opening old wounds. Everybody knew how much Brandy loved, adored, and admired Whitney. Whitney has become a part of the Norwood family, and no one could believe that Kim had said those awful things knowing how much Whitney meant to Brandy. Brandy was the one who helped Kim start a career in the industry. The only thing she should have said is thank you. People have always assumed that Kris Jenner, Kim's mom, was the one who leaked Kim and Ray J's private tape. Though Kris had denied this rumor multiple times, no one really believed her and her kids anymore. It seemed that all these years, the Kardashians had been living with lies, manipulations, and schemes. And now another news has surfaced that Kim stole money from Brandy.
But as soon as y'all stole all that money from my sister, and the court granted my sister to win, and y'all had to pay my sister back.
Kim has always shown her disapproval of people who are always making excuses not to work. In one interview, Kim said that women should get their snaps up and work. She also added that many people do not want to work these days. Now, these are big words for someone who was accused of taking advantage of talented women. People were calling out to Kim to stop attacking Brandy's family and just let them live their lives in peace. Kim had her own set of traumas within her own family, so she should solely focus on them. Kim worked as a stylist and closet organizer for Brandy, and many were impressed that Kim did this kind of job before. It showed that Kim has always been business-minded and has valued hard work. Kim and Brandy had been close friends, and Kim referred to her as her best friend. Perhaps Brandy saw something in Kim that made her decide to hire Kim as her stylist. Even before, Kim was open to telling her story and how Brandy had asked her to be her stylist. At first, she thought Brandy was just messing with her, but the next day she was hired and accompanied Brandy on her 3-week promotional tour in Europe. She continued saying that Brandy had helped her throughout the way, but it turned out Kim's payment to Brandy's kindness was to steal money from her, to paint her brother as a villain, and to trash talk Whitney Houston. When everybody heard about Brandy's hospitalization, just after the audio of Kim thrashing Whitney leaked out, all fingers pointed at Kim as the cause. No one really understood the severity of Kim's selfish actions toward other people. She was always the center of something intriguing and chaotic. People always see her as the bad guy even before knowing the full story, because as always, she really is one. Now, this is a terrible thing to say, but every time the Kardashians are involved in a controversy, they're usually the root cause of it. This is what's happening with Brandy and her family. A few people would think that RJ was just being bitter and angry because it was only Kim who got famous after their tape was leaked. But there's more to that story than what people have heard and seen in the media. In 2008, Brandy and Ray J's mother, Sonja Norwood, filed a lawsuit against Kim and her other siblings, Courtney, Chloe, and Rob. Sonja accused them of using and spending her daughter's money without her knowledge. Kim at the time was already working as Brandy's stylist. Sonja, who was Brandy's manager, started to notice that there was something off about her daughter's credit cards. There were unauthorized purchases made on the credit cards Kim was using for her job. Upon investigating these suspicious activities on the credit cards, Sonja found out that Kim had shared the credit card details with her siblings. They used the credit cards to shop in their 2 stores, Dash and Smooch, which were all closed down now. Did the Kardashians really do this? What were they thinking about using someone else's credit card just to benefit themselves? Sonja revealed that the total amount that the Kardashian siblings accounted for was $120,000. She also said that she never intended to take this matter to court because her children asked her not to file anything against them, and the Kardashian siblings had also apologized. Kim was asked to pay the full amount of her debt, but she failed to do it, so Sonja had no choice but to file charges against them. In due course, everything was settled in court, but Kim was really not bothered much by this issue. No one really talked about this incident until now. Brandy, on the other hand, has always been mature and calm in handling issues, and she never once spoke badly about Kim and her family. She wasn't even the one responsible for them, bringing out this issue to the public. YouTuber Storm Monroe exposed Kim's wrongdoings during this interview with Blac Chyna's mother, Tokyo Tawny. He shared with her how Kim schemed Brandy. He said that they've stolen more money than Sonja had declared. The amount probably reached $250,000, which was outrageous. People guessed that they used the money for the stores to stay afloat and survive. There were still a lot of fans saying that Storm Monroe was just using this issue to discredit the Kardashians because of Blac Chyna. But a month later, Kim again used her past as a plotline for their family show.
And it said Kim's news tape. When you clicked on it, thank God he can't read yet. And it's like, over my dead body, is it gonna happen to me again? I just want it gone.
So Ray J's manager is claiming he has a tape of us in Santa.
This was not the first time that Kim had to use her personal story to gain popularity and sympathy from people. Until now, there were still so many fans who were not yet exhausted from the dramas and controversies of the family. But if there's one person who was already fed up, it's Ray J. Ray J took to Instagram Live to slam and criticize Kim and Kris because of their constant lies. He also mentioned the stealing incident and claimed that the family had stolen a much higher amount than what was publicized.
I'm taking full responsibility to some of the up that happened. I was playing my role. Play your role. Soon as the world found out, well, not even the world, because Brandy didn't even say nothing. But as soon as y'all stole all that money from my sister, and the court granted my sister to the win, and y'all had to pay my sister back, what, $700,000, something like that. Y'all stole like $850,000 from my sister. This on my kids. Y'all got caught. Y'all was guilty. You had to pay my sister back. Kim like, man, keep my name out of it, Ray. I'm like, I don't ever want to talk to you again. You stole from my sister. So even though I'm you and the tape already out and we like doing what we doing, I can't never talk to you again. After that, that was it. I became the enemy. Then they started just trying to turn and twist and turn.
Kim single-handedly ruined his career and betrayed his sister. To make matters worse, Kim was caught disrespecting Whitney Houston in an old voicemail she sent to Ray J. In the voicemail,
like, she's so sick, and like, crack is definitely not whack with you guys, because you are just, honestly, like, makes me laugh on how disgusting you guys look. You're in Vegas with Whitney, and you need to go hang out with your old, like, friend.
The person who gave her an opportunity was Brandy, and clearly, Kim knew how much important Whitney was to Brandy, but she never paused for a second to think over before spitting rude remarks about the late singer. What was her intention of trash-talking about Whitney? Had she forgotten what Whitney had done for Brandy? Whitney was the reason that Brandy got the role of Cinderella back in 1997. She was the first black actress to play the Disney princess. Whitney chose her personally because she's talented and full of energy. It was a historical moment for her. The moment Brandy would never forget. This is why nobody understood Kim for saying those things against Whitney. Kim stole her money, used her brother as a pedestal for her career, and is now disrespecting her mentor. When the audio leaked out in public on October 11 was also the day Brandy was reported to have the seizure at her home. She was sent to the hospital, and until now, no specific answers were given as to what caused the seizure. Good thing that Brandy was fine and posted an update to all her fans on Instagram. She wrote, "To my beloved fam, friends, and stars, thank you for sending love and light my way. I'm following doctor's orders and getting the rest I need due to dehydration and low amounts of nutrition. Thank you for your prayers and support. Grateful for you all. See you soon." Fans were happy that Brandy was okay, but they were still worried about her health. Seizure is a serious health issue, and they believe that Brandy was under a lot of stress now, especially over her brother's feud with Kim, not to mention hearing Kim's mean comments about Whitney. Ray J was also deeply troubled about his life. He posted a now-deleted video of him sitting on a ledge with his feet dangling. He captioned it, "Should I just jump off and end it right now?" No one really knows what has gotten Ray J to post this, but if there is one thing in common with Brandy and Ray J's case, it's Kim Kardashian. Fans were quick to slam and criticize Kim for ruining the Norwood family. Kim has no right to speak ill about Whitney or to anyone. She should stop using other people just to fuel her hunger for fame and wealth. Kim's life has always been filled with so much drama that people are starting to get frustrated by it. What do you think of Kim speaking nasty about Whitney? How about her relationship with Ray J? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Stay tuned for more videos. Are you not entertained? If you are, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel.